Oh boy. Look, before I get into playing this about Brianna Williams, let me just say these things. Remember the last time I said that Jamaica might not actually win the 4x1 with the world record, but they still would probably win, right? That's my second most disliked video on this channel. And there was a lot of people saying, "Oh my goodness, he's not giving me my what is that? He's not giving me my confirmation that they're gonna win. He's just not talking, blowing sunshine up my behind." That's what happens. That's what happens. If somebody's not blowing sunshine up people's behinds, they rage quit. We got all of these algorithms that show you stuff that you already like on these social media sites, including YouTube, right? And so it's very hard for us to see something that's against that. Family, we got to be honest here. We're not always going to agree, but also we're not always going to be looking at these things like this. I said Jenna Prandini is a danger. You know why? Well, I'm about to get into that in a second. Head and Shoulders ATR. That's what you watching right here, where we cover athletes and performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. For those that come out here regularly, or if you're new to the channel, definitely consider supporting us on Patreon, where we're going to actually do analysis on these videos. So I'm going to break down, do live analysis, quote unquote live analysis on the world record in 2012 of the 4x100 meter relay, and we're going to do other things while I'm playing the race at real-time speed with the audio and everything, and then we're going to do the analysis on that because copyright strike happens here. Also, consider becoming a regular contributor through donations via Cash App and PayPal. I do thank everybody that supports us already. So look, is Brianna Williams in danger? This is another video that we have here and World Record Watch, as well as is Brianna Williams slow, right? Is Brianna Williams slow? We have those videos. We'll have them on the end card for the people that are not there. But this one, is Brianna Williams to blame here? Should she be replaced? Here's where it came from. I'm going to show you guys here because maybe some of y'all think I'm making up stuff. Here's somebody that made a comment, and in the future, I'll just show the YouTube name too. Just because, look, it's a public platform. You got your name and stuff on there. But this one, I etched it out because I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe they just don't know. So here, VCB, this is what the person says, not me. I am quoting, quote, VCB should return to the relay team for one more season. The record won't be broken with Brianna on the team. This is not to knock her down. She have a bright future ahead, but she is not fast enough for the team right now. If she can't do sub 11 soon before Shelly and Elaine retires, Jamaica won't break the record. All right. Okay. Fair. This person put that there. And I'm looking like this. I'm looking like that. I'm looking at like how Jenna Prandini is a danger on the 4x1. And I did translate that. Now, look, earlier this season, I said, hey, Elaine thompson-herah is a head case. And then y'all kept saying Achilles injury. Even when herself and her coach said she was not struggling through that Achilles injury at the championships. And I gave evidence. And y'all still kept saying, I'm like, if you don't believe the athlete and the coach themselves, that means you, sir or ma'am, just want to believe what you want to believe. It's fine. I can't argue with you. It's like trying to argue a racist down, or somebody that hates men or hates women. Trying to argue them down is never going to happen. So Jenna Prandini is a danger for the reasons I'm about to present here of what Brianna Williams is. Should she be replaced? No. The only reason that she should be replaced is for the following. If she ain't the fourth fastest in Jamaica, because that's the qualifier, right? If she's not the fourth fastest in Jamaica at the time, then she should not be replaced. Veronica Campbell-Brown, the legendary Veronica Campbell-Brown, retired this season because she wasn't running fast at all. And she said, you know what? I'm going to bow out gracefully. So unfortunately, she couldn't finish the season. She decided to retire here. So I don't blame her. You think putting Veronica Campbell-Brown while she wasn't running fast, that's like saying, all right, I'm just going to put somebody that's a legend on my squad and they ain't producing. That's not going to help the team. Matter of fact, if one of the legends said they wanted to do it, that's just selfish. That is selfish. That's just them wanting to show up and then you sacrificing the team. What kind of teamwork effort is that? I would think that if Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce wasn't running well, she would just say, nah, I shouldn't be on the 4x1. I would think that she would do that. I would assume that she would do that. She just, hey, I'm not the best person on the team. You should put somebody else here. Now, if she's the best person and the team just ain't doing that well and they ain't got anybody filling it, cool. So let's go into here about why she's a danger. Now, look, y'all give the grace. Final thing, and I get into the topic. Y'all give the grace, because all of this is important, by the way, for people that think this is not important for the conversation because your attention span is TikTok. For anybody that said, hey, you gave grace to Elaine thompson-herah, y'all say that Daphne Skippers was trash. So many people have said that, and I'm like, didn't she win the 200 at the World Championships twice? At the time, the first time she did it, she ran the second or the third fastest 200 ever by time in history. Okay, at the time she did that. And the second time it wasn't as fast. She beat Talu, right? So y'all call him Prandini, but y'all forgot that Prandini had a foot injury that she just barely got over this year. But if it was Elaine thompson-herah, hey, you know what? Big up, big up, big up. Everybody else is trash. You're treating Brianna Williams like she's the other athlete too. That's why I wanted to give y'all the background here. Prandini just got over injury. Let's see what happens the next season. And the reason why I brought that up is because I've noticed that as we're about to press this start button here, I've noticed that I got actual people from World Athletics and Diamond League. I saw it in my analytics from that website. It said diamondleague.com and worldathletics.org or .com came over to view the video. So that means I was suggested somewhere on that website. I didn't see it. I know Natasha Hastings got suggested on there because they got articles on her and whatever. So maybe we got a feature. Great. I haven't seen it. But I hope the Jamaican coaches see this in the next video. I'm going to do one more on this 4x1 series here and the previous one because they are at risk of losing the 4x100 meter relay next year. Why? Well, let me show you. And like I said, y'all make excuses, say they did so many rounds, they did this, but for everybody else, it don't matter. Only your people, right? Only you, it matters. They went all these rounds, they're fatigued. It don't matter because if they were fatigued or not, they lost, right? Because I'm about to show you how did the USA break the world record, and they had somebody ranked 33 in the nation that year, in the world that year, in the 100. Yeah, she was a 200, but her 100 is slow. Prandini is a 200 meter athlete, or she's better in the 200, but her 100 is still slower. All right. She's actually slower than Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Elaine thompson-herah over the 1 and the 2. That means her bench still shouldn't be as good, right? Well, let's go into this right quick. And it's unfortunate that Brianna Williams, it's really unfortunate Brianna Williams, at the age of 17 or so young, she was able to beat some professional athletes. Because you know what happened in y'all head? Y'all like, she should be here yesterday. Some of y'all are really pounding on the pressure. I hope she don't succumb to this pressure. But y'all pounding on the pressure. Y'all hate Otto Bolton that much. Or hate that she's not training with the Jamaican coaches that much. Or that she ran as quick so much that y'all comparing her to sha'carri B real quick in y'all head. Y'all comparing to sha'carri B in y'all head. That she ran so fast so early that y'all not giving her grace as the national record holder in the 1 and the 2 for Jamaica. She's the 4th fastest Jamaican, and y'all over here saying replace her. She's slow. She's doing this. She needs to worry about it and everything. That's why I'm coming up with these video topics. These are y'all comments. So I'm going to start putting them on the screen so y'all can see I'm not just making it up. So here she is. She's got the second, to be fair, she's got the second slowest. She's got the second slowest reaction time out of the squad. You're going to see it right here if it didn't already pass. There it is, reaction time. Now, here she is. Now, even though she's got the second slowest reaction time, there it is, second slowest, she's either even or slightly ahead or behind of Oliver. Now, this team in lane 2, their athlete takes off way too slow. So they're going to pass off the baton right there. Right? They took off good, but they took off a little bit there. So now, here we go. Technically, the first team that got it was this team right here. They're already there. There's Germany. Here's Britain. Is that France in lane 2? I forgot. So Netherlands, they just way off. They're going to be the last one to pass off, or they missed the baton exchange. Elaine thompson-herah took off way too early. So this is what's going to happen here. Okay. They're about to exchange. Everybody's got it in their hand, including Brianna Williams. Matter of fact, they got it off slightly after the USA. Matter of fact, it was USA and Jamaica. They were the first two at the touch right here. Germany and I think France and Elaine too. They were after, but they might get it off a little early. Now, look. They get it off early. Technically, they get it off before USA does. So they had a little bit longer exchange. Williams is still over here struggling. Now, the fact that she ran extra distance compared to the other teams too really means that she burned some bricks off. But hey, let's not get into that. Let's just blame her, right? Let's just say she's the reason they missed the world record. And they struggled for a while. She made sure Elaine thompson-herah had the baton. She didn't just yank her hand back. You see how she did that? That was a very careful exchange right here. Now, okay, I showed that for a reason. So that y'all can see in slow motion. I played the evidence in front of your face. You can go back here, play it at a quarter speed. Let's go back over here real quick. This is 2015. Now, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce ran a 1076 against a headwind right here. Now, some of y'all hate Idle Bolton so much, or Brianna Williams, because she ran so fast. And in y'all head, the imaginary place that she should be at is where Richardson ran those fast times earlier, except better. That's not even how it works. Everybody develops at a slightly different rate. And hey, look, she's a gold medalist, national record holder right now. But here's the problem that Jamaica has with the 4x100 meter relay. They got 3 athletes in the final. And on paper, they actually have a faster squad in 2015 with the athletes that they used in the final than Team USA did. Now, I know y'all about to make another excuse. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce ran through the rounds. I saw the comment here. Elaine thompson-herah ran an extremely fast finish for the last 100 meters in the 200. What exactly? When are you not gonna make an excuse? You don't like when other people make an excuse. When are you not gonna make an excuse? Family, can we keep it real here? When are you not gonna make an excuse for your athletes? Right? Can you just be like, all right, you know what? I don't even agree with it, but you know what? You got a point. That's what some people said. Like, you got a point there. Like, I want Team Jamaica, the coaches, to see this. Because if they don't get it together with their 4x1s, there's a lot of room for improvement. And USA women, for whatever reason, they're able to capitalize on their exchanges. Yeah, sure. Beijing, USA, and Jamaica flubbed up. And in 2004 or something like that. They flubbed up. Now, why is it that USA women for the last decade or so have been able to, slightly overperform in my opinion, and they've been able to put together squads for their 4x1, but the Jamaican women haven't? Well, here's the problem. For as much as people say that the United States has a big ego, don't work together, don't do this, all of this stuff and whatever, I've been around this to so many places around the globe, and I'm gonna tell you, humans are about the same. We are the same. The only thing that separates us is that if you believe in one religion over another one, and you really take that religion seriously, because there's a lot of people that say a religion and they don't take it seriously. It's just, I'm this religion. I don't want to be exercised. I don't want to be, shamed or whatever for not saying I believe in it. And then they're in the culture. That's the only thing. It's the culture. Religion or not, it's the culture that you have in it. So aside from that, look, it looks like to me that the Jamaican squads have been, hey, I get money. I'm worrying about myself. The relay comes secondary. That's even what they said this year. Relay was coming secondary. They wanted to focus on their individual events. It makes sense. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce getting ready to retire, right? She said, hey, I want to focus on myself. That makes sense with her. Elaine thompson-herah, things have happened. She might not even run on that, because if her Achilles flares up, she can't worry about the 4x1, right? Okay. Brianna Williams would have had time. Shericka Jackson, what about her? Well, I don't know. I don't know what her reason would be. But hey, if she wants to focus on the individual, cool. But this has happened in the past too. I got 2015 in here. Yeah, they might have got a little bit more practice back then, but why didn't they get the world record then? Why didn't they get the world record? Why did Team Jamaica not get the old world record before the USA burnt the world record when they've had fast squads? You got to question that now. Why didn't Team Jamaica, and even Team USA actually, not get the world record, the old world record? Okay, cool. Now, here it is. Tiana Madison, Bianca Knight. Look, I'm going to show you the evidence right here. Here's Bianca Knight. Let's scroll down here. There is no way in Hades you going to tell me that 11-13, even with Brianna Williams, you think she ran super slow on that first leg? Come on now. She hasn't been going that slow, with the exception of her slipping out of the blocks and it messed her up. She didn't get her balance until about 35-40 meters into the race on that one race where she had lost against Richardson this year, right? After the Olympics. Other than that, you think she was going... Come on now. Be honest. Y'all really think that Brianna Williams is running slower than 11-13? And that's assuming that Bianca Knight could have even reproduced that. Right? Now, obviously, she had a running start. But you think she could reproduce an 11-13 equivalent? Maybe she did. Right? So you're telling me that they had a faster squad on paper here in Shelly-Ann, Fraser-Pryce, and the others that were on this relay team here that added up together. They were not as slow as that. They added up faster than Team USA did when you add up their times. When you add up their times and what they could do. I'm talking about before, because this 1074 was at Paris. That was after the championships. I'm talking about the 1076 she did against a slight headwind. Right here. I'm talking about this. Right? You telling me they couldn't break that? I don't know. So that's needless to say. The reason why I bring this up is because what happens if Sha'carri Richardson get on the squad next year, and whether she does open or not open and she's doing well in the final. I've seen her relays, and she's a good relay athlete. Just like Asafa Powell, he might not do well in the final, but he can burn some bricks. He burnt Justin Gatlin, I think, if I'm not mistaken, on the back straightaway and on a relay. So he's good on relays. That don't mean Sha'carri Richardson. Y'all can't forget a 4x1 is a teamwork effort. Teamwork effort. Here's a team right here. It's a teamwork effort. And each one of them got to put it together. And that's why that 4x1 world record is hard to beat. I wanted Jamaica to break it. I want to see the fastest team assembled in history break that world record. I always want to see fast athletes do really well. Sure, this is me being a fan of the sport. I want to see fast athletes do it. I was really disappointed. I was literally upset a little bit. I'm like, what? Really? Sure, they had 1 or 2 days of practice or something. 1 or 2 days. USA men had the same thing. Why couldn't they get it around? Right? Well, why couldn't they get it around and then do well? Right? They couldn't make the final. What is going on year after year after year? We got to be honest here. A lot of y'all going to dislike this video because it's not doing your prophecy thing about, I got to say something good about Jamaica. No, I'm not just going to do that. I'm going to analyze it as it is. Jamaica needs to improve their exchanges. They got to start practicing together. They're having, hey, we got separate athletes really fast, and there was no way, no how that they shouldn't have at least broken that world record. At least 41 seconds. Where is it at? You telling me they couldn't broke 41 seconds? They was 41.02. They could have broken 41 seconds at least. At least they could have done that with maybe a little bit more practice instead of waiting until the last minute. And then unfortunately, that's when I knew the world record wasn't going down, when Tokyo said lockdown, everybody stay in their room. That's when I knew it wasn't going down. I'm like, shoot. It's not going down. Because they wouldn't have had time to practice. But to blame Brianna Williams and say she should be replaced by Veronica Campbell-Brown and she wasn't even doing that fast this season, that's like a slap in the face. That's why I feel bad for Brianna Williams. She ran too fast too early. So now people got the lobbed expectations that she need to be doing more than what she's doing. That is really just messed up. That's really just messed up that Brianna Williams cannot just come out there and compete. Yeah, sure. I do have expectations on Brianna Williams too. I got mine as well. But if she's the fourth fastest athlete that's on Jamaica's squad and she earned her rightful spot, why should she be replaced? Don't make any sense. That's like saying this is the same thinking. Veronica Campbell-Brown should have replaced Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce back in Beijing. Matter of fact, that's the same exact thinking. Veronica Campbell-Brown, legendary. Did she earn her spot on there? No. Well, she didn't earn her spot. She didn't have a medical reason. She didn't have this. Well, then who winded up doing it and who won? Now we know the rest is history. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. She came up, she dominated the 100 and everything. If Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is not good enough to run the squad next year, don't put her on the 4x1. It's just as simple as that. It has nothing to do with favoritism, has nothing to do with legendary status. The 4x1 is a teamwork effort, and I would think that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce herself would say, you know what? If I can't do it, I can't do it. I'm not the best. Now, if they don't have, like I said, the talent squad there, like the Team USA missed Richardson, and they still were able to be that close to Jamaica, that's telling a lot. Imagine what Richardson on that squad. Right. Imagine what Richardson on the squad. And she didn't get banned. And she went through her training as usual. Now, I still think she would have broke down a little bit, but I think it would have been a challenge. Now, here comes next year. She's got 2 experiences and 2 L's. Like I say, if she do one more, it's a pattern at this point. And then I've lost all faith in her until she proves otherwise. Right now, I'm at an extremely skeptical eye with Richardson. But look at the Team USA squad here. If they put Prandini and take her off the squad, that's just telling me even more that the talent pool is not there. That's not even a knock against Prandini. That's just like, hey, if she goes and she's relegated to just prelim rounds, well, that just means that Team USA is that talented that they had to take Prandini off and they got somebody that's better. Just like with Team USA. What if Brianna Williams gets relegated to prelim rounds? Are now y'all going to say, well, Brianna Williams, see, I told you Otto Bolton wasn't good of a coach. She got so much talent. Now she sucks. Okay, I guess that's how it is these days. Whoever ain't doing well in your head, they are garbage. It's not that the other athletes are good. It's just like the people that say shoes and track and everything else is to here. This is my closing argument right here. Team Jamaica got something to worry about in the 4x1 if they don't start practicing their baton exchanges. If they don't do it earlier. Everybody's looking out for themselves. And y'all say that about the USA and the individualism and everything. What I found is individualism gets spread across the planet when people start making more money. When they start having more success. Because 2 things happen. 1, people around you get jealous. I don't know if that's what it is here. 2, you start saying, wow, how can I maximize how much money I can make? Those are 2 of the main causes. Now, in sports, it could just be like, look, I'm just trying to take care of myself in an individual sport, and we happen to be on a relay team once or 3 times a year, because it might happen up to 3, maybe 4, actually. So I don't really want to worry about that too much. I'm more concerned with, like, look, if I individually win, I get a apparel deal. I get a sponsorship. Makes sense. But to say that Brianna Williams should be replaced when she's the 4th best athlete there is just asinine to me. That's just asinine. You got this. So that's my closing argument. Do you guys agree or disagree? Leave it in the comment. Man, stop calling me. Oh my goodness. Do you guys agree or disagree? Leave that in the comment section below. And don't forget to support via Patreon. We're about to start everything there, the analysis and everything. It's the off season, so now we can go back through other ones. You can request which videos I could do next on the Patreon. Also, consider becoming a contributor via Cash App or PayPal. Let me know whether you agree or disagree below. Keep it polite, keep it good and everything. I match the energy of what people be saying to me a lot of times. So, hey, look, you come up here saying some crazy stuff out the side of your neck, I'm finna come out the side of my neck and say some crazy stuff back to you. Y'all start it, I'll finish it. But real talk, though, let me know. Peace out. I'll catch you on the next video.